It's Ms. Candy Blog, where candy's always in vogue, and so that you stay in the know, go ahead and click the little button and subscribe. So if you've been watching these RuPaul Revealed videos, thanks so much, I really, really appreciate it. Then you know that what I'm doing here is I'm giving you essentially a wrap-up of the RuPaul Reveal pop-ups and not necessarily the show. Because I figured you already watched the show, why would you watch me talking about the show at this point? Just my own little thing. So this week on RuPaul's Drag Race Revealed, they looked at new wave music with Blondie and Christine, and RuPaul actually said that Blondie is his goddess, he bows down. So that just goes to show you the power of Blondie. If you're not familiar with Blondie, check her out. She was a groundbreaking innovator of her time, one of the few women on the new wave punk scene at the beginning of the, let's say, it was the end of the punk scene and it then bled into the new wave scene. So do check Blondie out, as she has so much to offer and so much a part of musical history and just pop culture. So we looked at, speaking of Blondie, we looked at Robbie this week because last week Robbie almost got kicked off. And Robbie loves Blondie, and when they shot this episode, it was on Robbie's birthday, and Blondie came backstage and said hello to him. So that was a really big deal to him. You should know that RuPaul had his own new wave show, new wave band actually called RuPaul, and he was very androgynous at this time in Atlanta in 1983, with like a shaved head on one side, long hair on the other side, wearing like a little singlet, they would call it in Australia. I love Australia, and I know RuPaul loves Australia too. Ironic that that just happened like that. But they wrote all their own tracks, and Body Heat and Tarzan were two of them. Then they looked at three different kinds of new wave: party, punk, and synth, which I didn't even realize that when I first saw the show, that they were looking at three kinds of new wave: party, punk, and synth being like Depeche Mode and Pet Shop Boys. So I'm glad that I watched this reveal because it edified that for me. With all of the New Yorkers together in a group, kinds of causing trouble for the other team, taking away the party topic from the other team. So that was interesting, as you may well know if you've seen season 8. Thorgy, we looked at Thorgy this week, and Thorgy is called himself detail-oriented in a world of drag artists being sloppy and copying one another. And to me, I have a love for Thorgy. I think that Thorgy is a happy spirit and is a different kind of drag queen, so I really enjoy her. They got 30 minutes to rehearse with Lucian, which is of interest to me because they're in this high pressure situation where they just learned all this music and they're putting it together, and now they have to go in front of the producer who's actually going to wind up judging them. 30 minutes alone with him. Not a lot. And this is where, if you remember, Bob kind of got in trouble with Lucian and kind of spoke his mind a little bit more than he maybe should have. Derek's favorite music during the 80s was the Miami Sound Machine, and I thought that was interesting because I didn't picture Derek the kind of guy who would like Miami Sound Machine. So maybe it's just the Britney thing. I don't know. Robbie sang with the gay men's chorus, and Bob used the word churl, which means child and girl put together. Street meat, because they sing about street meat in this one challenge, is also known as a streetwalker, which that was interesting to me. And let's see, Chi-Chi auditioned 3 times. Bow down, there's that bow down comment. Robbie played Hedwig and has also sang in the Seattle Gay Men's Chorus. So that was interesting. And here they also talked about what their favorite trends were of the 80s. So Naomi said shoulder pads, Kim Chi's liked chunky jewelry, Michelle liked scrunchies, soft socks, shoulder pads, mini skirts, and huge hair, which, being from Jersey myself, I have that. Okay, I will cop to it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This recap of RuPaul's Revealed. Thanks so much. Like, subscribe, and share. I hope to talk to you soon. Candy kisses, and have fun.